As a chaos incursion ravages the planet of Haresh, the Imperials desperately try to hold what little land they have left. And as the forces of khorne come swooping down into the valley here, the Imperials have thrown what few reinforcements they can to plug the gap in their defense. Will the Imperials be able to hold back the marauding forces of chaos? Or will the dark ruinous powers forces finally align? But before we do kick off today's battle, I just want to say a massive shout out to all the channel members who helped to keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. While you're at it, go ahead and check out the ChaoticPinky store. Links in the description below. With all that being said, let's get on with the battle. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, kicking off today's big old scrap, and already you can see Imperial artillery raining down upon the lines. The autocannons have opened up, firing horrid laser fire right across the field. Looks like they're trying to focus down some of these Chaos Warhounds, these gigantic big lumbering beasts here. Now, these guys don't have a lot of range, but if they do get into range here, they will absolutely decimate the Imperial front line. So, we're heavily relying on them artillery barrages, which are just flying into the chaos lines at the moment, scattering thousands of troops into the air. Again, that multi-lasers here really coming in and having quite a strong effect. But there is a large group of chaos here. There are so many, and they're all from khorne's faction as well, so they're just empowered. And look at this, the Grand Imperial charge here. Kriegers making their way to the front line, shovels in hand, happy about the fact that they're going to get to go against their hated foe here. You can see that we have got conscripts making their way up just behind them here, providing that covering fire as return fire comes from the chaos lines here at the terms of last fire. Now the chaos do have a lot of last fire of their own here as renegade governors try to cover the marauders who are moving forward and absolutely decimating the Imperial Guard infantry here. The poor old Kriegers barely standing a chance against these absolute giga-chat warriors on the front line. Now, again, the Imperial High Command here has given about a 42% success rate for the Imperial Guard. So I think it's more about trying to hold them in place here for now, rather than actually winning the battle. But that is by no means, you know, the Imperials have got a lot of artillery on the side. Anything can happen here, ladies and gentlemen. But at the moment, the Chaos are forming a solid front line. You can see the Imperials are trying to counter this, bringing up their own troops, but they are just being turned into a smooth paste on the floor. However, that Imperial firepower is picking up as more and more conscripts make their way to that front line. The auto gunfire is going to become overwhelming. Now, there is some Cadians actually in amongst them as well who've got last guns. You can see little last fires coming out. But here we go. Here's a lovely little group of Cadian shock troops here. The Imperials have actually got a really good area here to defend as well, being able to keep their firepower high up on the top of the elevated hillside here. So you can look, this is where all the artillery guns are. This is where the auto guns are. Let's go down. Where is the auto gun? I was going to say, I can see you firing. Yeah, look at that. There's just no way you can miss any single shot from here. Just let's put it in slow motion a second, because you can see the lasers a lot better. There we go. Oh man, someone over there is having a really bad day. Let's just follow his lasers over here. Look at that, just completely peppering into the horde. I don't think a single one of their lasers misses a target at all. But the Marauders are able to take a good few number of them. They are very strong in melee, as the Kriegers are finding out at the moment, but that is not deterring them from getting to that front line and putting up this resistance. Them slowing down the Chaos like this is really helping the Imperials. The Chaos are taking heavy losses, trying to push into this firepower. Again, though, Chaos firepower is starting to build up on the flanks here. The Kriegers under a hailstorm of last fire. The green lasers here cutting through them front ranks, supported by the Marauders, and it looks like the Imperials are actually a little bit flaky on this flank over here. There's not many units coming to defend it at all. The Chaos actually looking like they're bringing up lots and lots of reinforcements, so yeah, we'll have to see how that develops. The Imperial Guard, again, don't have a massive amount of units. They've already lost 100,000, which is about a third of their army. Though having said that, the Chaos have taken massive amounts of losses as well. We've already developed this magnificent lake in the center here. Let's not let the Chaos get to it. We don't want them empowered. Let's go check down the other side of the field. We can see that we're slowly making this lovely little channel down the side here. The front line, the firepower is really starting to build up though now. I think a lot of the conscripts have got into position here. And that is just a wall of auto gunfire that the Chaos have got to run into. This is all pooling up down the bottom, by the way, in this one little area that the Kriegers are now charging across headfirst into Marauders and Furies as well, I can see here. And again, that last fight is pretty significant. You can see that a couple of the Warhounds are making their way to the front slowly but surely. It looks like this guy is actually laying down covering fire now. So yeah, this is probably about the range that they need to get into. But it looks like a lot of them have actually been destroyed here. Again, the artillery and Imperial tanks here, not allowing them to get to the front lines. They're on this side. This looks a bit dodgy here now. Oh my god. There is a massive advance here of the last guns right into the flank, and it completely put the Imperials down. You can see that we have got quite a few of our own last guns over here, but the return fire is just nowhere near as good. Oh, that front line decimation here. The Kriegers trying to push into it. Emperor bless them. Oh, that is just a massacre of Imperial Guard reinforcements there. But as long as the artillery holds, we still have a chance here. As long as the auto guns hold, there is still a chance. Does look like, though, that the Chaos is slowly grinding its way forward across our battlefield here. Let's get down and dirty into the front lines. Look at some of these. Look at some of the front line. It is hard to tell what's going on. There's so many lasers. There's so many bodies. Oh, man, it's all built up, and it's all just getting puddled as well as the goo dribbles down the side of the battlefield here. But actually, like I said, it does look like the Chaos are in some sort of holding pattern here. We can see the bodies are starting to build up. There's massive defilade in the center of the battlefield. Now, I am wondering then, like I said before, if the actual amount of conscripts now are all in range. So they're able to put that firepower down, which is completely halting this advance, again with the Kriegers in place. But again, oh man, the Imperials are losing so many troops. We just need that firepower to really start taking effect. Or maybe one of the flanks to actually hold a little bit better. Look at these forces, man. To be fair, like I said, the Imperials have been really piling them up in front of here. The firepower, especially in this center line where we're looking now, is absolutely magnificent. Just look at all them red lasers plundering down into the Chaos line, searching for souls to take. Just take it in slow motion again, just for a second, because I love looking at all the lasers just flying across the field as artillery shells rain in overhead. It is brutality here. Oh man, look at all that firepower though. It looks like a lot of the renegades from the center got cleared out, but on the flanks, certainly, there's a lot of firepower. And not so much on this side. It has been whittled down a bit. All these Chaos reinforcements that have been coming in, yeah, they've been taking a little bit of a beating also. It's quite a scattered army on the flank. The Imperials might be able to hold it again. It's, oh God, this is just a skeleton crew holding their side. We have got a few tanks added to that firepower. But yeah, it looks like this is the main blob of the Imperial defense. And it is taking a hell of a hammering right now. Again, not many Kriegers on this side. What we need is these Kriegers running forward like that to trying to distract that last fire. And the center's still looking very healthy. Let's go down to the other side though. What happened to these? Oh man, look at that flank coming in. Oh, that's a lot. But the artillery are starting to focus this flank by the looks of it. We can see artillery shells then raining down in on it. There we go. That's magnificent. More artillery shells, please. We cannot let this Chaos advance too far. Oh, look at that. That's brilliant. Couple more of them. That should clear them right out. Look at that. It creates these vast chunks, these vast holes into it. But this flanking maneuver is chewing through the flank of our Imperials here. Oh my god, there's so many bodies on the floor right now. The Imperials were not ready for this. It looks like we're going to get whittled down to these last few survivors in the center. Again, there was only a 42% chance of winning here. But I've got to say, the Imperials have made a damn good account for themselves, killing over half of the Chaos Army here. And they were vastly outnumbered as well. We just got to hope that this artillery is enough at the moment to keep that center line in place. Make this an extremely costly battle for the Chaos here. I mean, yeah, we don't want the Chaos getting their hands on this vital resource here that we've pulled up all over the floor for them. Oh, look at that Krieger charge. The brave men and women here of the Krieger forces moving up to that front line. Buying vital seconds for the Imperial defense, who are really under heavy assault from all sides now. 80,000 troops remain on the field. But we have still got our artillery. That is something to be thankful for. We have still got the autocannons blazing down last fire into the Marauder lines. We are holding, but for how long is the question here. Again, look at this. This flank is holding really nicely. Now that it's come down to this big fat chunk of troops over here, the Chaos are really starting to struggle with it. So if we can actually get rid of this Chaos flank, that might be a really good maneuver here for the Imperials. Let's have a look at the Chaos Horde. Just still looks gigantic. Look at the massive wall though that we've built up around that center line. That firepower has been working its wonders here. But little by little, the artillery is now coming under fire. You can see the renegade gunners killing the crews of the artillery here. Oh, that is sad. Oh, that is so much firepower that has been diminished off the battlefield here. Oh, I hate to see. I'm not looking anymore. I can't look. It's too horrific. Oh, but look at this. We have got lasers over this side again. Autocannons ripping into the side of this advancing Chaos flank here, who are trying to surround the last of the Imperial defenders. Oh, look at that. It's just been a death march forward now. Yeah, I think the bell has been rung for the Imperials here, ladies and gentlemen, with 62,000 against 370. I mean, I don't know if that is... I'm looking at this big fat wedge of troops here, and I'm like, maybe it is doable, but with the artillery slowly getting taken out, unless all these autoguns start focusing this big flank as well as the artillery, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to hold. We might lose all our support weaponry here. That's going to be disastrous because, yeah, it's just adding so much firepower to the field at the moment. I mean, you can actually see where the lasers hit, that it's taking out chunks of troops around it. Gotta say, though, the actual last fire coming from Chaos, like, where's all the green lasers gone? Have we killed all the renegade gunners apart from the ones that were on the flank over here? I think these are some of the only renegade gunners left on the field then. Because like I said, I can't see any lasers coming from anywhere else. They should be in range. Okay, there's a couple coming from there. But yeah, other than that, most of the field looks to be just melee. This could be excellent for the Imperials here. If we're able to clear up this side of the Chaos with the last 52... Oh, there's only 52,000. Oh, man. What we really need is for that Chaos flank to get distracted back over here, so they don't go for the guns. If they leave these artillery guns alone, we might be in it for a real good fight. And even a chance of victory for the Imperials. Because there's only 260. Oh my god. The Imperials have whittled down the numbers of the Chaos so fast there. That's actually kind of scary. Now, we can see that we have still got a couple of the walkers that are left on the field here, the Warhounds, making the way forward. But again, them autocannons really trying to focus them down. Oh no, this Chaos flank is going for it. Autocannons about face. Please take care of this. Oh my god, we actually defeated the far right flank here of the Chaos. That's amazing. How have we actually done that? The Imperial firepower here has really just waned down the entire Chaos front line. Look at this, they're running out of troops completely. It's hard to see because of all the bodies behind them, but look, this is it. This is the last Chaos push, and it looks like with this last Chaos push, they've actually managed to close the gap. That's kind of crazy, actually. With the last few troops, they're actually closing the gap to that front line, finally. but it's not going to be enough. That last fire as well. We've got now, on the Imperial side, a gigantic ball of last troops all over here. Look at all these Cadian shock troops annihilating the enemy from the flank, much as the Imperials have been from this side. How are we getting on the rear lines over here? Okay, so it's not a massive group that's been distracted over here. There is hope yet. They are very slow-moving troops, so we're still providing that covering fire to the front line in some respects. Again, these autocannons now are about facing. Though, again, they're not as effective when the troops are a little bit scattered out like this. You can see just how tough these marauders actually are, though. Able to withstand a lot of firepower here. The autocannon's very squishy. They are manned only by conscripts at the end of the day. But this must be some sweet revenge for the Chaos Army now. Speaking of sweet revenge, the Imperials now pulling around the flank here of the Chaos. Somehow, these last 50,000 troops, they've only lost 7,000 in the last engagement here. The Imperials trying to put their forces down now to this side of the field. Oh my god, the Imperials might be in a chance for doing this. It's almost a 3-to-1 ratio. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen. The Chaos have got to bring all their forces up this way. The Imperials can actually do this. Even if they do lose all these artillery guns here, which are still just raining death down onto the battlefield, by the way. But yeah, I've got a feeling that the Imperials might actually be able to pull this one out of the bag somehow. Now that they've cleared that side of the field off, it's just a matter of the Chaos trying to filter around this. The Imperials have got a natural defense in this gigantic lake that they've created, that the Chaos have got to funnel themselves around. And now that the Imperials are in position, the Chaos just don't have the numbers on the front line like they did before. They're bringing them up from the rear end of the field here, but the Imperials are already in position. They're just bringing in extra reinforcements that are also going to the guns. Oh my god. The Imperials might pull out an absolute blinder here. Look at this. Finally, reinforcements are coming up to the support weaponry here. The Imperials are knowing now that they have the spare reinforcements and trying to counteract the countercharge, which was an original flanking maneuver. That's a weird situation to be in. Look at this, some of the Chaos are trying to chase down individual guardsmen who are like, yeah, follow me. Follow me away from them guns, them very valuable guns. But yeah, look at this, the Chaos Army's completely halted now. Not able to bring up enough forces, and frankly, they're being brought into a concave of last fire and auto gunfire, and are just being annihilated. What looked like a surefire victory here for the Chaos has been completely turned around in just the last few minutes. That's absolutely amazing. Just the simple fact that the Imperials managed to stop the Chaos Army from taking out the weapons, which are now spitting death down onto the field, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, just look at this. The Chaos reinforcements, almost non-existent. This is it. This is everything. We're almost at the equalizer here. There's 57,000 Chaos remaining. 40,000. We only lost 10,000 in the engagement. Oh my god. What we're going to do, hit a little time-lapse camera here and get our final result, because I think this is going to be an Imperial Guard victory. We'll be back in a second. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that is the Chaos Army's fate sealed here. Somehow, the Imperials managed to play an absolute blinder. I mean, I just can't explain that. They were completely outnumbered, outgunned, and just... I mean, it was bad Chaos tactics, that's what it was. The Chaos had far too many units down that side of the field. So when it came to flanking and outflanking these... The Imperials had already defeated the other flank. I mean, just look at how few bodies are actually over that side of the field compared to this flank over here. I mean, the Chaos threw everything into this flank, and it worked. They broke the flank, but it just wasn't enough to capitulate the Imperial Guard army here today. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, all good things must come to an end, and now we must cleanse the battlefield once more. As always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And of course, a massive shout out to you channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and helping us keep on doing what we're doing here. With all that being said, as always, until next time, Peace.